Reduce stress. Wow. Okay, Lord. I really hope I can reduce stress, but okay, lah. It's gonna be a tough. Probably I need to work much harder for the next one whole year first. Then maybe this will go away. But thanks a lot. Thank you, Brian. Thank you for your message yesterday. Really inspired me and really pushed me further. Thank you so much once again. Thank you, bro. Okay, so today is the 3rd of June, Thursday. All right, tomorrow will be big day because today we have the ADP numbers. Today we have loads of data from 8:15 p.m. all the way until 10 p.m. if not wrong. So guys, you need to be eyes on the screen. If not, if you just take a little break. Now, normally ADP is on Wednesday, but because Monday was holiday, it pushed backward. So now, let me turn my thing. All right, so what is happening right now in the market is that today, for the ADP itself, right, you had to watch lah. The data are supposed to be good, but any number come out worse than that itself, right, the market may again go into some initial shakeout. Then, of course, after today, the next day, which is tomorrow, we're going to see the NFP. Wow, NFP also come in. So this 2 days will be very volatile. So traders, please make sure that you are right in front of the screen when you're trading this market. Okay. All right. Now, today, the biggest top in town is AMC. Oh my God. This is the ultimate euphoria that I was telling my friend that to watch out for. Now, just 3-4 weeks ago, I was just telling my friend, this AMC have to watch, okay? This company is all right. The way it's moving, the way the stocks have been consolidating. And then when Wang Da basically sold off the shares and yet the share go higher, I tell my friend, this counter is going to fly. But of course, did I buy? No, I didn't buy because I was like, I'm never into US shares too much and do this sort of lower than $20 counter lah. So I really didn't get involved in this, but I've been observing this and I did tell you guys through my MAO, right? I show you, and I put that and classify under the reason for buying, right? Remember? Every morning I'll talk about AMC and apparently it really goes up. All right. So how many of you actually bought AMC shares recently? How many of y'all bought? Anybody? You buy AMC shares? I come. By the way, this is my daughter, Ariel. Smile. Today is her birthday. Hi. Okay, today's her birthday. So that's why Daddy had to later on come back home again. All right, guys. Anyone bought the shares? No one. Okay, anyway, I'll talk about a lot of AMC today because to me, this AMC could actually bring the market to the next level, and then after that, create a bit of mayhem later too at the same time. So I'll talk about this AMC very shortly. All right, let's go. All right, thank you once again, Eric. Thank you for your birthday wish. I'll let you know. All right, now this is a very interesting comic, right? So this is Superman who say to Federal Reserve Jerome Powell, say that I have superpowers, and Jerome Powell say I have a printing press. I think seriously, if anybody is to tell me that I have a printing press and it's legal, I can print as much money as I can, and it's worth one of the top currency in the world, well, that's it. I tell you that. Nothing is going to win him, right? So even Superman had to stand away, correct or not? So that is what is happening right now. And why do I bring up this cartoon? Because this Superman, okay, this Superman, not the real Superman, this Jerome Powell has created an animal. Remember a few days ago, I was showing you about this inflation animal, this inflation monster. There's another monster, it's called the liquidity monster. And this monster is already attacking the market in many different ways. And of course, it created such a big problem for the market right now. Okay. Wow. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate that. Eric, Mandy, Anthony, Bahir, Fred, Eiling, Jasmine, Carl, Kelza, okay, Cynthia. All right. Thank you guys for all the birthday wishes. Thank you so much once again. Appreciate that. Thank you. Okay. So with all these things, it's all right. Before we start this morning, once again, disclaimer as usual. Now, I realize that now whatever I say seems that the market is really watching it in a way. Now, like example, I talked about yesterday, I talked about this Dogecoin. Then after that, it's all right. By evening, Dogecoin went up by 30%. Okay, so it seems like whatever I say now seemingly is able to become true. So I just want you guys to know that whatever it is, we are just sharing. Now, for me, because maybe I share this morning market analysis a bit earlier in the morning. So of course, if I share it in the morning, if afternoon things happen, obviously you may say, "Hey, Kel, how come you get so spot on?" Not really true, because I just be early. All right. So for me, it's all right. I want you guys to understand this. Whatever I share later on, please make sure that you do your due diligence, okay? Do your risk management and understand where you can potentially go wrong too. All right. So you're staying on. Disclaimer applied already. You have accepted the above, and I have been indemnified by you. Okay. Thank you. Continue then. So this is actually a very crude quote, where it's not the best quote for the morning, but it actually represents what I want to share with you later today. All right. So apology on this. So it's not the real type of positive motivation. Now, George Carlin is actually a comedian, and you know that he's very crude, right? He used a lot of very nasty words, a lot of abusive languages, but people like him because why is that to the point? So he quoted this: "Never underestimate the power of stupid people in large groups." All right. So I'm pretty sure that he didn't mean AMC, but to me it's all right. What I'm seeing now is what is happening in AMC. So that's why I figured it out. I want to find this quote and give it to you all this morning. All right. So this stupid people that we are talking about is people who knows that this company worth almost nothing. All right, maybe less than $2 is now selling at a high price of almost, how much is that? $60. Yeah, $60. That means that we're talking about a company share that's potentially 30 times higher than its value. Now, of course, you may say, Kel, Tesla also like that, all right? So yeah, indeed, undeniable. But at least Tesla got some brand, there's some innovation, there's something there. But AMC itself, right? The reason yesterday, the way AMC went up was because they give popcorn. Yes, they give popcorns. Oh my goodness. So by giving popcorns, the share price can go up. Now, maybe if I give ADA coin, maybe we have to give you to become multi-billionaire. I mean, this is really incredible. Later, I'll let you see this video. I tell you this, I really laugh, but that is how things work. Now, of course, when these guys are in together and make money, no problem. But I would like to remind this, okay? There's no free lunches in the world. Don't have, okay? If someone give you a free lunch, because likely because of thanking you, or if not, there is some ulterior motive. All right, this is something that we all know like in life, okay? So later on, I'll show to you why is that a worry problem, okay? So what are the reasons to stay long or bullish in the market? What are the reasons, okay? So we will talk about the reason now. Okay, let me give me a moment. Let me just take a picture. Okay, so what are the reasons to be bullish in the market right now? Let me bring it to you. Now, do you know that now last time we know about bull, we know about bear. Do you know there's a new animal in town? Not the gray rhino. I told you, right, there's another animal in town, right? And that is called the ape. A-P-E, ape. Can you tell me what does ape stand for in the market? A-P-E, ape. What does it mean? Anyone can tell me? When you say this is an ape market, what does it mean? Anyone can tell me? Anyone? APE, ape. There's no acronym. It's just this is a real animal, like bull market, right? It stands for bullishness. Bear market means bearishness. Then ape leh. Ape going crazy. Okay, by Gerald. Gerald say going crazy. Carl say keep climbing higher. Brian always purchase equity. Monkey see, monkey do. Lester, okay, very close. All right, this. Ayo, you guys are so funny. Crazy say Fred. Gerald say ape shit. Monkey see, monkey do by Jerry. Just go where the power of people wants. You guys are so funny. Okay. Now, ape is what? Now, you know ape, they basically go in a group, all right? Like a family, all right? Keep swinging. Okay. All right, let me give it to you. Okay, the answer is this, okay? The answer is, when used by Wall Street Bets, WSB, all right, the apes are retail investors who are bullish on heavily shorted stocks like GameStop, example. If the apes are united, then they can be strong enough to outlast those short on the stock. So what I'm trying to say is this is about how all the apes comes together and then united. So remember this movie? Anyone tell me which movie is that? It's about the apes. They come together, they retaliated, and then they so-called overrun the human colony itself. Remember what movie is that? It's a very nice movie. All right. Anyone remember this movie? Yay! Correct, Colin. So what's the movie name? All right. Can you tell me? Planets of the Apes. Correct, Eric. Correct. How? Exactly. All right. Gerald also. That is what they're trying to say. Now, the thing is this, like, now you are all my TWB students, okay? That's correct, Eric. Right, the thing is this, right? Think about this, okay? This is what we are trying to do. Now, I'm not trying to say we are clothing apes here, but do you know that, right, if TWB system is so powerful and all of us actually come together and trade together, do you know that we don't motivate the market, but we can make money together? And that is my vision here. And when I see this RBS doing right, I tell you this, it gets me even more excited every single day doing this MAO, doing this. Even MAO today, what I'm doing right now, is actually a very important initial steps that I'm doing. Really. So think about this, right? Everything that I'm doing right now is actually towards my 5 to 7 years game plan. And I tell you this with what's happening in WSB right now, right? It's really moving towards this direction, right? So seriously itself, in my opinion, right, this will become the next big thing in the market. And that is how the boys, you know, have to watch out for this, okay? So what happened is that, think about this. In many China, Dalian, Wang Da, right? They came in and dumped the remaining AMC entertainment shares for 426 million. Now that's a lot of money, 426 million. But if you actually think about it carefully, yes, Caesar, correct? Okay, right. But what happened is that if you actually know the whole story, is that Dalian, Wang Da, right, group actually they dumped it for 426 million. But you know that how much they bought it? They bought it for $2.6 billion. Oh my goodness. So they bought AMC for 2.6 billion. Then after that, they sell it. The share price just keep on coming off and they keep on slashing, cutting. So by end of the day, it's all right. They definitely lost money this round. Okay, they lost money. All right. And when they sold off the share, it was on the 21st of May. Now, 21st of May, when they sold off the share, do you know that what is the share price? Oh my goodness, take a look. The share price is $12.08. It is number quite familiar, right? My birthday, 12th of August. Okay, anyway, so imagine this. They sold just less than 10 days ago, they sold away, okay, at $12.08. And now today, the share price is $62, and after market today is up to $65. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is insane, right? It means that, right, they have sold at a real low, giving some people the shares, and then somebody absorbed every single cent of it. And then, oh my goodness, look at the way they ram up the shares. This is why I tell you this. Even you are big boys, you can be on the plate, okay? And this is insane. This is really insane. Imagine if you are the CEO of Wanda Round, you see the share price $12 when you sell the shares away, and today in just 10 trading days is now $65. I tell you this, a lot of people will be jumping around. I tell you that this is going to be crazy, correct? So that is the reason why, you know, really the financial market is really crazier than you think of, okay? All right, so now let's look at the share. You look at it from yesterday at $40. All right, it just steadily exploded towards $70 at one stage. All right, high was about $72.62. Oh my goodness. So you can imagine this is how crazy this counter is right now. And do you know what is going on? Because they are giving away free popcorns. Oh my goodness, giving popcorns can bring up shares. Oh my God, then if I give you what? If I give you some abalone, or I give you something else, I mean, maybe like shark fin example, all right? Sorry to the environmentalists, but you know, this get my point. So if I give you something more, do I have the share price going up through the roof itself? But apparently this is what's happening right now. Oh my goodness. Look at it, the massive rise in AMC shares up by 2,850%. Oh my God. It was just only $2. Imagine this. No, when I tell you this, you know, I was with a good friend, okay, a good brother, right, outside one day before the so-called restricted measurement. So we were hearing someone talking, right? This apparently, right, this particular lady, she trades in a US market, but I know that she's quite connected here and there. She tell both of us that the AMC share can buy, and she has some news that AMC shares are going to go up. And I tell you this, the time is only like $10. I tell you, only $10. And we were like $2 to $5, a little bit too much already, right? So we just say, okay, never mind. And today is $65. So I tell you this, market itself, there's no lack of manipulation, no lack of really people cornering. And obviously, it's all right. She must have made hell of money this time around. So anyway, this is how it works, okay? So the time itself when GameStop went up, right, was 1,600%. Now this one AMC is 2,850%. So it's totally a brand new level. All right, this is how it's going right now in America. It's really insane. And of course, right, it's because they say that it's driven by market makers who are buying stock to hedge their exposure from selling option. Now this is a gamma squeeze, all right? So it's very simple. When it happened before, we know that, right? It's the same thing again and again and again. You see, what happened is a lot of people buy options, okay? They buy the options. Then after that, someone must sell the options, okay? So usually the market makers want to sell the options. But the problem is this: if the market goes higher than the option, strike price, then of course the market maker had to protect themselves. Either if they dare, they sell more options. If not, they sell, what happened? They will have to cover through the mother share. So what happened is that the market happened to know the fact that, right, many options were sold. So, right, meaning the market makers sell the options, the call options to the market, and many people bought it. And then after that, now they actually had run out of this idea, and the mother shares keep on going higher. So in order to hedge a position, they have to buy what is available. But the problem is someone is holding the shares. Hence, therefore, the market makers to buy at relentless any price just to make sure they are hedged. This is a gamma squeeze, and we already know that it's all right. This is a big, big problem. And I tell you this will actually continue again and again as and when they are ready. So it's like a very open operation, but end of the day, it's a very friendly thingy. It's like, it's real. Meaning that if you want to sell me options, end of the day, you better make sure you know your things well, because if not, we will go for it. But of course, the question is this, okay? The question is this, right? Whether or not itself, right? Is this legal? Well, it's in a very gray area whereby no one forces each other. It's just end of the day itself that the coordination, they come together and they go for it, right? That is a scary part. Just like I say, the border apes itself. All right, so the call option that will pay off if the share top $73 by Friday. So which means that today and tomorrow, right, there'll be a huge fight in this area between $70 and $73. That's why yesterday the high was $72, okay? It will be a big, big fight. And likely is that, right, this is going to cause lots of problem to a lot of traders, especially on the Wall Street side. But before we get into this, remember, Wall Street ain't stupid. We have seen what happened in GameStop that time. It went up like this, a gamma squeeze. Then what happened? They coordinated and then they bring the stock price down all the way, okay? And then what happened? All right, what happened? Okay, those people who basically went in all get flushed. And but again, things are happening again. And people being stupid, they'll go in again, and they're still doing it right now. I tell you this, I'll show you guys. One guy made $2.5 million as a young man. I tell you this, I'll show you the screenshot later. Oh my goodness, this is again the ridiculous thing that what Federal Reserve is doing right now, and this is a repercussion. I tell you this mania will continue and it will go mad. So let me show you a video right now. I think it's enough time for this 2 minutes video. Let's watch. On. Let's watch. Hey, hold on. Something is wrong. Let's watch. Global summit June 16th brings you an unparalleled lineup of leaders from around the world, innovating, transforming, and setting the standard for the future. Register now at cbdc.com/control. In the wake of the coronavirus pandemic, more than 1,100 economists, scholars, and climate activists in over 60 countries signed an open letter to there's some problem with the video again. Wait a minute. Huh?
From around the world, innovating, transforming, and setting the standard for the future. Register now at SengIndex.com/evolve. In light of the coronavirus pandemic.
Okay, I think that there's some problem with the video thing. All right, so I will just keep it, but basically in short it's all right. What I'm trying to say is AMC, in order to woo these investors, they're going to give out free popcorn because AMC is about these movies and like something like Netflix, basically. So that is what's happening. And then, because of that itself, right, people just go crazy. All right, this is really incredible stuff. So apology for the video, not too sure what happened, but never mind. Let me just continue first. So the market makers are just chasing the stock, okay? And they are, what happened now is that those people who are all the market makers now is down by 5.2 billion. And just Wednesday alone, which is yesterday, they lost $2.8 billion just like that alone. And the thing is this, they are all looking at the share price to go down because they say the market valuation of it, this share is less than $2 actually. So even this company called Madrid, all right, they basically bought in the share and the same day they sell it off because it's so profitable. And of course, if they have hold it by another few more days, they'll make double their own entire capital. Oh my goodness. So that is pretty crazy. And you see that they are all looking at the price of maybe $1. The share price is $62 today or $65 now, and they're looking at $1. That is why the boys don't believe in this. But of course, the market don't care. They're going to squeeze it in. So now even some people are looking at $100 now. Oh my goodness. So now the thing is, it's the most heavily traded stocks. Okay, so that is why now the retailers are now again having a great meal against the big boys again and again and again. All right, Hong Kong's going to open right now. Let's look at Hong Kong first before we go in depth. Let's look at China. Now, China A50 is down this morning, slightly lower than yesterday's closing price. So maybe Hong Kong will be down a little bit. Hong Kong is going to open in about 30 seconds time. For Hong Kong, as I mentioned to you, there's a very strong resistance at 29,529. Yesterday, the high was 29,519, so it missed by 10 points. Now, today, the MLP will be here. So I suspect that there should be some profit taking today for Hong Kong. Right, Hong Kong is going to open in a very short moment time. Let's take a look at Hong Kong right now. Day chart, let's go. All right, you're 15 seconds away. All right, stand by for this. Apology for the AMC video. Not too sure what happened again. Okay, never mind. Let's continue. Okay, Hong Kong has just opened and we go. Okay, Hong Kong has down. Hong Kong has, okay, what is this? Closing price yesterday was 29,310. This morning, 29,313, go gap up by 3 points. Okay. All right. So now what are we seeing right now is very clear for today, Hong Kong. Let's bring me the chart in. Now, Hong Kong today opened slightly above the P2 level, slightly above P2, and the KSI is green in color. So now you have triggered P2. If it rebound, the market can go up again because the P2 will be the acting support base or support trigger. So as long as Hang Seng stays above P2, Hang Seng will relatively should be going higher. But of course, if Hang Seng really goes below P2 and stay below OP, well, with the KSI green color itself, right, you can see the green is quite heavy long, right? So maybe if we hit KTR -1 to -3, anytime you see CCRY, you can consider to look for buy, all right, for Hang Seng today. All right, so that's what I see from Hang Seng right now, at least from the chart view. We will monitor the market closer later on. But basically, remember this Hang Seng 915, the spot, this is futures price. 930, when you see 930, usually you see the market move right, it's because the cash market opens. So do understand this. It's not at 930, there's always big movement. It's not 930, the spot market, cash market open. That's why there will always be initial movement. So 915 to 930 is called the pre-market. So that's why now we're having pre-market momentum right now. Okay. Now China A50 is still currently trading lower now, so not a very good sign. And we look at Nikkei. Now, Nikkei this morning actually turns well. Nikkei actually this morning actually is going up. Now, Nikkei, why is going up? Because most likely the dollar yen is up. Let me just double check. Yeah, the dollar yen is up a little bit. Now, the dollar yen is up usually will push the Nikkei higher because the Nikkei wants a weaker yen. So that's why if the dollar yen is up, right, usually the Nikkei will also be trading higher. So now the Nikkei today is actually trading above the MLP. So overall looks pretty positive. And the now the above the moving average also. All right, that is Nikkei. Now you look at Nikkei, we bring in our own chart in. Okay, Nikkei now. Okay, this is Nikkei, look at the day chart. Now today Nikkei is pretty positive because why? It's above opening price. It's actually above OP, right? Above OP, you all know already, right? What to do if it's above pivot one, correct or not? Right, above OP, above pivot one, there's only one thing to do, is buy. And KSI is green, definitely is a buy. So above OP, above pivot one, no matter what you tell me, CCRY is always a buy. So you see, even Nikkei, even we are in Singapore, we can still trade the Nikkei. Now Nikkei, usually we go with F15 chart because Nikkei is a long trading day. So you can see right now, right? You see that Nikkei this morning, beautiful, right? See it, take a look, everybody. This is Nikkei. So CCRY and then BMB. Oh my goodness. So it's a BMB plus CCRY above pivot one, buy, you buy here, and wow, Nikkei shoot up. You see that? So that is why I say this, guys. Our system is really that powerful. Any country, as long as they learn the same thing, they can trade. So imagine that when we really come up our crazy app itself, and we can actually control and say, okay, I want CCRY above pivot one, above this have a BMB, and we just let the system scan. And when the system scanned, and then they tell you, okay, Nikkei has this trade, then what can you do? Oh my goodness, you think about this. You will just look at your screen and just start to trade. That is the power of the app that's coming right now. And we are going to do this, okay? Now, people have been asking me, when will this be done? Well, logically, we can get it done within 3 to 4 months' time. We are already on the pipeline of doing this. That's why crazy coin, crazy app itself, right, will be the big thing that we have in the next 6 months to 7 months later. So I need you guys to all support us. And then after that, let's just do this together, okay? All right. So we'll let you know how to support us in a matter of time. All right, we'll tell you exactly how it goes. All right, it's all about, people who trust, okay? If you trust us itself, right, that is what we will be doing. So I'll let a team of guys going to explain this to you later, maybe next week itself, all right? They'll tell you exactly how to do that. All right, of course, it's always first mover. If you are the first mover, you will always get the price. All right, if you want to be more skeptical, wait for a while, no problem. End of the day, you have to pay a premium. That's always the case, okay? All right, so that is what I can divulge this morning. All right, so let's look at the Hang Seng right now. Hang Seng is down a little bit, okay, near the opening price. China A50 is down a little bit, so we will come back to this shortly, okay? All right, so we talk about AMC, and then you can see it's really craziness. Oh, sorry. Okay, okay, so we go. Okay, so Jim Cramer says that investors who are short GameStop and AMC are out of their mind. Okay, now Jim Cramer, very, very open. He said this. He felt that, right, okay, the GameStop short sellers, AMC short sellers itself, right, are crazy. They say that the WSB is too powerful, and trying to bet against them right now is just giving them more ammo. I totally agree with this. The more the WSB hold the counters, they don't sell it. This is demand supply law. And of course, I don't believe it's only them doing that. I'm sure a lot of people is supporting them from the back. The WSB is just the front. The real guy at the back is the one that is cornering the market. And when that happens itself, right, if short sellers keep on shorting and there's not enough scripts in the market, I tell you this, they're going to be flush. So that is the reason why I tell you this game has gone really ridiculous and become too manipulative. But too bad, that's how it works. So that's why when we have our crazy app later, it will likely be something like this. We are not cornering the market. We are just telling people to come together. Okay, so don't be eaten up by the boys. All right. So because of that itself, right? Look at it. Oh my goodness. Right, there are still about 20% float short, no, about 20% according to the S3 partners. So imagine that there's so many shorts in the market. It's very easy to go even higher. So that's why I will tell you this. This G Cramer say, I never seen anything like this. A group of buyers with no sensitivity to price. They don't have unlimited firepower, but they got enough firepower to engineer a short squeeze anytime a bunch of professionals decide to bet against this thing. That means that they know that the professionals are betting against it. They basically come together, engineer a move, and flush the boys. That is what it's trying to say. Is it possible? Highly possible. So this is what it's saying right now. And I tell you this, the more I see this, the more excited I get, because I know that in another 4 or 5 years down the road, we, the TWB community, the crazy people, we will definitely be in this type of position, making a lot of money from the market. Do you believe in that as well? Do you believe in that? All right, so let me see how many of you believe in that. Okay. Okay. All right, so you must understand how a mania starts is always how it ends. Okay. Now, when you are sorry, I can't get a clearer picture on this, but you can see a few things here as well. What we're trying to say is this: when a mania starts, right, it will be any bad news will still lead the market go higher. That's what it means over here. Okay. Then people will catch falling knife. People will catch falling knife. Now, people tell you sell in May and go away, but apparently they will just keep on buying and go into the Wall Street because they believe that it's going to go up. Now, no matter what tips the market telling you, fundamental, right, the market doesn't care. In fact, it will strangle you alive. And you can see that, right, because stock market is going higher, everybody will enjoy. They will think that nothing is too difficult. And of course, this one, I cannot really understand this because I can't see as clear. But likely is that this guy said the market will be down, but yet the market still keep on going higher. I assume that. Then, of course, even you are sleeping on your job, people don't care because market is going to give you money. And of course, when you ask Santa Claus for gift, you will see that, right, they only want the stock market to go higher. And last but not least, when people is going crazy for money, you become an incredible hawk. You won't care. You will just want money and money and money. So I think this is how I summarize this picture, like if I not get it wrong. All right. So if there's a different way of seeing this, I apologize. Okay. So because of that, it's all right. This is a clear picture. This is how bubble really works. Inflation bubbles, speculation bubbles, value bubbles, inflated figures. And this is how it works. So as long as this is a tape machine in the past, people won't care about tape machine anymore, even though the market is selling. But because the bulls are pumping out a lot of bubbles, people will chase after it. And the best part is, regardless, you are men, you're women, gentlemen, ladies, anyone. All right, even, okay, so you all know what I'm trying to draw. Farmers and stuff like that, they don't care. Anyone and everyone will participate in this. And of course, we all know that we chase after bubbles because we want to prick them. That's the best part of it. So when you prick them, what happened? Become nothing. That's the worst part. So you see, we chase after bubbles in our younger days. Our main objective is to prick that bubble. And when a bubble is pricked, what happened? We get, oh, okay. And then what? We look for another bubble. So the thing is this: are you chasing after bubbles, or will you prefer to be one creating a bubbles? All right. So that is the thing about this picture here itself. Okay. So again, this is why market is going to go up. So when it's going to end? Well, very simple. When the thing reverses, when the good news comes in and the market don't react anymore, that is the first problem. When you catch falling knife and it keep on going down, that's a problem. When you are supposed to take a break, you don't take a break and the market goes for it, that's a problem. When you think that you are quitting your job and then you think your boss will not give you problem and you think that by quitting job yourself you rich, then you realize that, hey, the money is not coming in, then you have a problem. And of course, when people keep on calling for down, finally get it right, eventually, that is correct. And of course, when the stock market itself is not giving you the money for your excessive spending, that is a problem. And of course, when emotion gets overdriven, that is where all the problem comes in. So, okay, it's just a totally reversal of what happened in the market the other side. So at the moment now, we are seeing the stock price are still going higher. There's no catching falling knife. It was still going up. So I think that is quite fine. So this is why I'm telling you people are going nuts about it, okay? This is sent by my friend, okay? Look at it, Matt. I just want to thank you so much for keeping me level-headed during all this. I really could not done it without you. I just way too emotional right now. I'm up over $2.5 million alone. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. It felt so real. So I mean, it feels surreal. All right. Oh my goodness. $2.5 million. Imagine that as well. Oh my goodness. And of course, this guy gave money to him now, $100. So this is how the world works now, okay? And this guy gave $9.99 because he has turned $1,200 into $102,000 today. Oh my God. I mean, my view is this guy has made, well, how much is that? 100 times, I mean, 10 times, all right, 100 times, yeah? And he gave only $9.99 as a tip. But this guy gave only $100, making $2.5 million. Okay, kind of cheapo though. But anyway, like any money is good money. So this is what's going right now, and this is really incredible. Really incredible. Imagine retailer making 2.5 million from a stock itself. Oh my God. So maybe we are on the wrong side of the market, you know that really. So guys, this coming 19th of June, you really need to use gold and silver to hedge against this mania. I'm calling this a mania right now because I believe that the market is going to go into a crazy mode, okay? This is not going to be fun. So I will share with you how to use a $10,000 capital to build up a potential 50,000 portfolio via gold and silver trading during the session, okay? And we will be revising the TWB system price very soon. By the 1st of August, we'll be revising the price. So if your friends want to join the TWB system, they want to get a lower price, they want to get it right now, right? This from now till 1st of August will be a great time to do that. Because by 1st of August, the price will go up. But of course, when the price goes up, right, we are giving a lot more stuff. So of course, people like you guys who are already in, you'll benefit from it. That is for sure. Those people who are not in, then too bad lah. Put it this way, in ways that you're like, no more subscribing to us and stuff like that, right? You may lose out some things in between. Okay, so do understand this. We need to increase the price because we're giving more and more stuff. We want to expand the team bigger so that we can actually service you better. Okay, so this event is not only just a talk show, it's also a preview. So the registration will be on the 6th of June, 2021. So it's just 3 days away. So once this up is out, right, quickly get your friends to sign up. Okay, now for the price difference, we will share with you later this week, and you guys can actually see a difference there. Definitely, if we increase in price, we give you more stuff. Okay, so just take note of that. Okay. Okay. All right, so in the second half of today's MAO, we will be talking about all these things like how the Wall Street boys loses money, AMC versus VIX versus 10-year yields, the put call ratio, and the hedge funds selling. All right, so all these will be mentioned to you very, very shortly. Now, Hong Kong is open again. So let's see Hong Kong right now. I'll show you the difference there in prices. Now, Hong Kong is now trading higher right now. Okay, Hong Kong. See that? You see that once the market open at 9:30, right, usually there will be a bigger movement right now. You can see it right here. Okay, so let's look at the Hong Kong 5 minute. Okay, Hong Kong has just opened. Okay, Hong Kong has just opened. Last 5 minutes, you see Hong Kong shares goes up. So that is how it works. Basically, when the market 5 minutes at 9:30, when the Hong Kong market cash market open, right, there will be reaction immediately. Okay, there will be market reaction immediately. So this is what's happening right now. Okay, all right. Okay, so let's look at the cases in Singapore for the COVID side. Apparently 24 new community cases, all right, and it's detected as 455 Sengkang West Avenue. So people who are staying around the area, if you need to, please can get some swabs to protect yourself. Okay, just check whether you're okay, all right? So it's everybody's responsibility to keep yourself safe. And if you feel not comfortable, please make sure that you get yourself checked out, all right? You don't want to infect another person, all right? Do take note of that. Now, crude oil price, we tell you yesterday that crude oil price will go to $80, and this morning CNBC comes out with this and say that it could be a hot summer ahead for crude oil price. They are saying that oil will go to $80. Oh, okay, law. So now seemingly everybody is now aiming at $80. So, okay. So the question is this, I thought hot summer, usually summer period, crude oil price will go down, right? Usually. But now they're saying that because of the demand is increasing, world is doing fine, and then oil inventories is going down, so that's why oil will go up. You know, in the trade, as a trader, I will tell you this: whenever I see such thing itself, right, I'll tell myself, okay, look, now the boys, the media are calling for buy. Just look at the price. If the price can continue to go up, follow through. But if the price pullback is very possible. So you look for, if the price pullback, then let it come down first. Then after that, at the lower end, you buy back again, because eventually this report will likely be correct. But normally, when this report come out itself, right, it's actually for the boys to unload their position. Then after that, a cheaper price where people got in, they got killed, and then it will restart the whole engine again. So my view is this for crude oil. I very strongly believe that crude oil hit $80. But now with this reports everywhere, I will now be more careful. So what will I do? I show you what I do now, live right now. I show you. Okay, so there's a lot of movement now. Hong Kong came down, opening price now, go back up again. A lot of movement there. China A50 has rebounded from the low. That's the reason why. Okay, you see, this is the market price for crude oil. You can see very beautiful movement right now. So now you can see that this morning we have the reports, right? So very simple. You just put a line at the closing price of yesterday closing. Okay, so which means that as long as crude oil stays above $68.61, that means that whatever the media says, they're actually following through. All right, they're following through. So as long as the market stays above this price, that means it's okay. But if the price do actually come down, if the stock price, if the crude oil price do come down, that means that this so-called article is here to let people chase, and then the boys are dumping it just to profit from it. So what I will do is that for me, I didn't chase after here already. So I'm waiting for the price to come back down a little bit. So if the price can pull back down and meets with the MA 30, maybe around here, maybe, and then after that it stabilize and go up again, right? I believe that this will be a good time to load into the crude oil. Now to chase after it's up by 7-8 days, right? I kind of not that comfortable to do that. That is my personal opinion, okay? All right, so get the idea now. Okay, so let the price come down a little bit more. Okay, thanks. Okay, now of course Tesla got in some trouble again. Tesla recalls nearly 6,000 US cars over potentially loose bolt. So apparently a loose caliper bolt, all right, basically causes the brake problem. So they need to basically pull back. Okay, need to pull back. It's a very rare circumstances, apparently, the company says. So now they pull back 6,000 cars. So immediately, how the market reacted? Well, you can see that immediately the stock price down by 3%, down to by $18. Now Tesla at the moment right now, it really doesn't seem to have any good positive movement right now. So all I can say is this: if Tesla shares go down below $600 again, likely the selling will resume. All right, so traders, you have to watch out Tesla. Okay, so today is all the big figures. We have ADP at 8:15. Take note of that, 8:15. We have the initial jobless claim at 8:30. Then we have the ISM at 10 p.m. and 11 p.m. we have crude oil inventory. So if you would ask me, right, I'm going to write my forecast here for the fun of it only. Now, ADP number is out, right? I don't think we have 650. We're looking at maybe, in my opinion, maybe about 400. This is my personal take, anyhow, right, Anna? Okay, initial jobless claim is out, right? I believe that the number will be higher, so maybe about 395. Okay, in ISM data, right, I believe the number is out, right? The PMI will be higher, maybe about 64. And of course, the crude oil inventories is out, right? I believe that it will go down a bit more, maybe 2.3 example. All right, so this is my personal numbers. Hopefully that I'm wrong, then you guys actually there. So basically, I'm not comfortable with what I'm seeing right now in the market, because you can see that, right, there is very key economic news and the data will not be good. But of course, I can be totally wrong. Maybe they're going to change it all the way to 700, 400, and so forth. Okay, so let's just see this anyway. So I'm pretty worried for now, especially with all this mania going on. I kind of think that the downside is going to be higher than upside. So again, we just see, of course, end of the day, you have to make your own decision call. You will trade according to your own set of own rules, okay? Okay, Right. So this is the Dow Jones, as you can see right now. This morning, it went up first initially, shoot up by 100 points. Then after that, it fizzled off almost everything, ended near on the red side before the last spot, closed slightly above the red. All right, so stock rises slightly as S&P hovers near record. Now, do note, Dow Jones and Nasdaq is 1.4 to 3.2 away from the all-time high, okay? S&P is even closer. S&P is 0.7 from its all-time high. So that's why the market is still on the bullish side right now. And of course, we have the AMC shares being the most popular, all right? And of course, you have some key things. Now, the thing is that what I don't like, you see, AMC shares are worth so little, and yet the share price go through the roof. Zoom, which is what we are using right now, Zoom is doing well, a blowout earnings, but yet the share price goes down. So don't you find that very funny? Don't you find that that is how it is? When the mania is in one counter, the reality doesn't matter. So of course, now market, you realize it's very slow today, right? It's because it's on hold for the big job report tomorrow. All right. Now, remember this, the last time the job was expecting 1 million job, it came in 266,000 jobs. But of course, did the market bother? The market didn't bother. The market itself went down initially a little bit only, and then it will go back again. So that's why the stock market itself, right, is going crazy, really going crazy. So it doesn't matter because as long as Federal Reserve is here, no one bother already. All right. So the news-wise, there's nothing much. Everybody just waiting for the big data to come out. So I can't find any big news to share with you, right? All are pretty flat. Okay, so let's just visit again what happened on yesterday's market to learn something from here. Now, yesterday, the opening price was below P2, right? Below P2, below OP is a sell. But because the KSI is green in color, so what should we do? Guys, tell me, if the market is a opening price below P2, below OP is usually a sell, right? Because below P2. But the KSI is green, all right? And if you don't feel like shorting, you can buy. But where can you buy? Can you tell me now by typing the answer into the group chat? Where can we buy? Okay, waiting for your answers. All right, above P2, say Fred, okay. All right, Eric say look out for CCRY at KTR -1 or -2. Exactly correct. You are right, Eric. Right, Fred, you are not wrong, but actually the right answer you're looking out for is actually at -1 or -2, but there must be a CCRY first. So you see, that is all you need to do. All right. To buy above OP, above pivot 2, no wrong. I say you guys are not wrong, but the better bet you can go for is -1 or -2 with a CCRY. Okay? Yes, correct, Michael, you got it correct. So you see, you can already tell me what to do at now at 9:30, and now it's 9:30 a.m., right? You already know what to do. So when the market really behave like this, what can you do? Well, apparently you don't have chance. Yesterday, yesterday Dow Jones don't even come down to KTR -1. Don't have. Okay? So don't have, then how? You also don't have to buy. You can't buy. Yesterday, the market also never go above the P2 mark. Didn't. So yesterday, the entire day, we call it means yesterday, right? Yesterday from this P2 mark to OP, is called the uncertainty zone. Uncertainty zone. Now, but because that the market KSI is green, right? If you want to really buy, then above OP, you can buy if you really want to buy. So that is what happened. So that's why above OP, the market did go up. The market did go up to KTR +1. Because why? The KSI happened to be green. But because, I say again, OP to pivot 2 is called the uncertainty zone. So usually we won't advocate buying. But if you really insist to buy, you can see that because the KSI is green, it does tell you what to do in the market. All right, correct. It's best to stay out, Eric. That's the best way to do. But of course, people who want to buy, there's nothing wrong because the momentum itself, everything is still on the buy side. Okay, so that is what you can do for the Dow Jones yesterday. Now let's look at Dow Jones today, shall we? Okay, so this is the Dow Jones chart. Again, you can see that the market is really, really tight, very, very tight. Now there is a very interesting level that I mentioned to you. That is the 34,598 level that I talked about 2 days ago. Yesterday, the Dow Jones did pass the level, but eventually still closed below 34,593. So that means that still this level here, this very interesting level that is PTP student will know, this particular level is out right, 34,598 is a very interesting resistance level. As long as the Dow Jones stays above it, fine. That means that there should be further upside. But if the Dow Jones fails and it goes below 34,598, that means there should be some form of profit taking. So at the moment now, it's still above. The next resistance that is on top itself, right, is 34,803. Now you can see that the numbers are very specific because in the PTP, PTP means Pro Trader Program, we are very specific on how we trade in the market. The price is specified that what can we do here, what we can do there. So that is what's happening right now for the Dow Jones, okay? Now the MLP for today is somewhere around here. That is about, wow, cannot even see. Maybe it's between about 34,570 plus. Cannot really see here. The MA30 is today at the moment right now is somewhere near here. 34,337. So these are the three things to watch out for. Now the thing is that people ask how the whole day the MA30 will move together with the current market. So which is the best time to put the MA30? That's a very good question. I will tell you this, the best time to do the MA30 is actually in the morning, right? Like now, right now, and you put it in and you leave it alone. Don't change it as a price move. Don't change it, let the market move around. Okay. So now we can see that the MA30 is at 34,337. Okay. All right, so that's my view right now for the market. Okay, so Dow Jones overall is still pretty positive. Just that, right, the market seems to be resisted at the two lines that I told you before. So watch out for this. If the Dow Jones do go below MLP today, I suspect that there'll be some profit taking. Okay, MLP must stay firm today. Now for the long-term chart, is still pretty beautiful on the weekly chart, so no much concern, so no worry. Now today, our Dow Jones, now Hang Seng has just pulled back down a little bit. All right, so it's created a zebra formation. So maybe we will see some activity later. Now this is the Dow Jones chart for today. Now Dow Jones chart for today is still positive, okay? Positive. The opening price is between the two pivot today, and the KSI is still green in color. So which means that if the market stays above OP, there is an upside potential to 34,739. Or if not pivot 1, 34,759. But if the Dow Jones do pull back, I believe there'll be some support here at 34,565 first. But of course, that will go below my level, right? The level I mentioned earlier. So even the downside come down, right? I don't think there will be too much between KTR -1 to KTR -3. So again, that will be a lovely price to look out for buy signal if the market go down to KTR -1 to KTR -3, okay? So you can see that as long as KSI is green, I will prefer to look on the long side, okay? That is how we are doing it right now. So the KSI is very important for all traders. Okay, look at the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq is now still pretty flat, but then it's trading above the 61.8, but there's a BNB right here. So which means that there will be this is going to be contained at the moment right now. Okay, pretty sideways. All right, 61.8 is 13,638 level. So as long as the Nasdaq stays above 13,638, is still positive, okay? S&P 500 for today, you can see it's also pretty flat, very flat at the moment right now. Let me bring it to you. The resistance is still for 4215, okay, 4215. Okay, that is a very important resistance. Okay, let me write it down properly. 4215, that should be correct. Yeah, this should be the right one. 4215, that is a strong resistance there, or for S&P 500, a strong resistance. MLP today will be somewhere around here. That's 4204 area. All right, so very tight squeeze. I was still waiting for the non-farm payroll data. So that's why the market is very, very tight right now. So let's look at the Nasdaq. Earlier, I did do it. Now, Nasdaq today got no pivot. Today, Nasdaq got no pivot. So which means that the OP will be the key factor. If you stay above OP, upside, right, potential. But if you stay below OP, selling. So upside potential could be 13,799 for the Nasdaq. For downside itself, right, the downside is quite scary because downside should be coming down to here. That is the chocolate bar. So I don't think it will happen. Maybe you will test the SL level. SL level, how much is that? SL level will be 13,607. 13,607. So that will be the Nasdaq. So upside 100 points, downside 100 points, around there. Okay, so today the opening price will be the main factor for the Nasdaq. Okay, watch out for this. Today got no pivot day. Now KSI is red, so that's why the downside forces is actually higher. So traders do watch out for this. S&P 500. Now S&P 500 is very near to the pivot 1 level, right? Pivot 1. So as long as the KSI is green in color, so as long as the S&P stays up, it will be going towards the pivot 1, which is the 4215. All right, similarly to the level that I told you earlier through the conventional chart. So if the S&P can go higher, the next level will go is 4234 level already. Wow, good price. So which means that if the market can cross 4215 convincingly, then the next level could be 4234 level. All right, so traders watch out for that. Okay, so that is the 3 US market right now. Let's do a quick check at Hang Seng again. Hang Seng is now still fidgeting between the opening price, not much movement right now. Today for DAX, right? DAX today is yesterday small movement. So for today, the MLP will be somewhere around here. So that will be the level to watch. MLP for today is 15,585 level. All right. So Arun, I think you're here, right? So watch out for MLP for today. Okay, that's 15,585. All right. By the way, Arun, I was being asked this question yesterday. You didn't short the market, we understand, but why you sell? What is the reason why you sell? Other than take profit, is there any reason why you sell off your position? All right. Can you share this with us? If you can, share with us. If you think it's too private, it's okay. No worries. Okay. So that is DAX. All right. Channel A50, take a look. Well, it's back to opening price again. So it's going to be a bit choppy this morning. All right. So that is here. Instinct. Wow, okay. Arun say it's instinct. Okay, thank you, Arun. Thank you. Give you love. Thank you. Okay, so instinct. Okay, so guys, that is your answer. Okay, don't ask me. Sometimes you ask Arun directly. You ask me for what? Not Arun. Azar and Pius also ask you, right? Why you sell at the top? I have them the same answer. Okay, thank you, brother. Thank you. All right, like I say, everybody got their own reason, so there's nothing wrong. So that's why I will just tell you guys. So that's why our community very open one. We don't need to hide here, hide there. Anything, just ask. Thank you. All right, thank you, brother. Okay, so now let's look at the next thing is commodity, which is gold, right? Now, gold yesterday, wow, whole day don't move. Then everybody say that yawning and yawning in the office. Then after that, wow, went up again, right? So up to $10. So what is happening on gold right now? Now on the mainstream media, basically everyone is bullish right now. Gold heading for the biggest money gain. Gold is at the peak right now. Gold scale up the high. All these things. So everybody feels that, right? Because of inflation, gold is going to go up. Well, I will put it this way to you. Okay, it's always like that. Okay, initially when you call for buy, no one will believe it, and now gold go up. Now, after several times, gold went up already, right? Now we have a BNB right here. So your BNB right here, you be very cautious, and happen to be its share, it become also a cage. So yesterday, the opening price was actually below the P2. So by right, below OP, below P2 is a sell. But because the KSI is green, so KTR -1 to KTR -3, that will be a level to look for buy. But if the market goes above OP, towards pivot 2, right, it's in the uncertainty zone. But if you insist that the market is bullish, you feel like buying, I can't stop you once again. So what happened over here, you can see that the market has been choppy the whole entire day. Then after that, suddenly a KCX blink at the bottom, CCRY kicks in, and of course, immediately when it crossed above OP, the market went up to KTR +1. I already said many times before, when the KSI is green, logically, once the market goes above OP, mathematically, the chance of it go to KTR +1 is going to be very high. Vice versa, when the market itself, KSI is great in color, the day itself, right, if the market break below OP, usually to go down to KTR -1 is very high. So that is the reason why if you actually understand this itself, Yesterday, right, maybe you may have traded a few times, but you may not make money. But once it crosses the opening price, you will know that, right, based on mathematics, the probability of the market going to KTR plus 1 usually is high, especially when the market KSI is green in color. So this is a very, very good suggestion or tip for you guys. You just need to know this. If you know this, right, you just have to wait for your turn. And once the sentiment come in or suddenly the movement come in, you just have to go with the flow, okay? That is what you need to do. All right, guys, so that is why yesterday when gold price I thought was coming down to here, I thought it's going to happen. Straight away, U-turn, and after the U-turn come all the way. That's why I was even wrong. But because I was not able to see this part, when the market reversed, right, I was already on the road back home. So I didn't see this area here. But again, those who bought, congratulations to you. Well done. That is the idea, okay? All right. So that is gold. Let's look at the gold charts right now. Okay, there's some selling in Hong Kong right now. There's some selling in Hong Kong. Can you see that? Some selling. Okay, China A50 also resume back to the black candle. Okay. All right, now this is gold. So gold, you can see this. I'm going to make the chart a bit bigger. Now yesterday, thank you, Sister Cynthia, who summarized everything for me. Thank you so much. So for gold, today is almost identical. Almost identical. See? I just need to change the MLP a little bit only, a little bit to just make it exact. Just a bit only. Okay. A bit too much. Okay. I'm lazy. Okay. You guys should do the right thing. Take the opening and closing divided by 2. I'm just lazy here. All right. So basically for gold today, have nothing much. Okay. Now you can see yesterday the MA30 was 1864. Today now the gold, even though there's not much changes, but the gold now, the new MA30 is 1869. So this is how you can see the moving average will move every day. Okay, so 1869. All right, so for today, gold, as long as gold stays above MLP, all right, but 1904 level, gold will still be going up. But if gold goes below MLP, I suspect that gold will come back down to 1891. What's 1891? 1892 to be precise, sorry, 1892. 1892 is the BNB low, okay? Right, BNB low. 1916 is the BNB high, all right? Sorry about that. Let me just key in the right number. Here we go. Okay, so this is the view right here. Now today, there will be no pivot, okay? Based on what I'm seeing right now, there'll be no pivot. All right, so weekly chart is still mounting up, but having some form of resistance. Silver price is as interesting. Yesterday, gold went up, so silver also came back up again. It's getting nearer to the MA30. I think that if silver comes to MA30, maybe it's a good time to buy some silver, a little bit, a little bit. Okay, so now look at the gold price right now for today. Now today, as I can tell you today, there is no pivot today. No pivots. Can you see that? Okay, so no pivot means what? Oh, no pivot means what? Later, I share you my history. Oh, okay, thank you, Arun. Wow, very nice. Love, love. Okay, now today there is no pivot, right? So guys, what should we do? Come on, tell me. If there's no pivot, what should we do for gold today? Please key your answer right now. By the way, I want to just ask you guys, how many of you have got before? If you have got before, I can key the word got, G-O-U-T. Let me see that how many of you have got before. And that's actually let my wife see that I'm not the only one. Okay, correct. Cheng Kui, you got it right. Jerry, Fred, Anthony, follow the OP. All right, you mean got before, okay. Right, follow the OP, right? The OP will be the dictator for today. Now the KSI is green. There's no blue bars for a long, long time. So which means that as long as the market stays above OP, it will be going up. So the target today, 1914 as a first target. All right, but if you stay below OP, then likely you'll come down maybe to this point. This is the KSL level. The KSL level will be 1894. 1894. So 1894. Okay, so which means that upside will be 1914 today. Downside will be 1894 based on what we're seeing right now. Okay. Okay. Wow, so many people got gout. Wow, Carl also got gout. Andrew also. Okay, Lester also. Asa, you also, remember, yeah? The time you couldn't make it. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So I'm not the only one. Yay. Painful, right? Damn painful. Now I'm talking to you guys. Actually, I'm suffering. My face is laughing, smiling, but my leg is so painful. It's really like the thing is so tightened up, right? Because of the inflammation, right? So my foot now, right, is like a really, really red lobster. And of course, it's very painful because it's stretching the skin. All right. Wow. Oh, okay. All right. Now, they used to say this, right? Gout is for the rich and wealthy because it's like only the rich and wealthy last time you get to eat all the good stuff. No, this is not true. Okay, I've been taking vegetarian, but again, maybe the bean curd is actually the one that is killing me right now. All right. No more after 10 years. Stop drinking. Okay. Got no total cure. Apparently, seem to be Ching Hui. Apparently, the doctor say not total cure. It may not come out lah, but yeah, maybe no drinking. But for me itself, right? Yeah, I didn't drink. I only drink like a glass of wine, a short small glass of wine. My wife. That is how we maintain our bondship between both of us. Over either dinner or we have it over watching movie together. Small glass. So I don't think that is it. I can drink lah. Okay, but I don't pack myself down. Yeah. So let's see lah. Let's see what. Okay. Yeah, Aruna, you. Okay, always so smart. Okay. All right, Andrew, thank you for your remedy. I appreciate that. Thank you, Andrew. Gout. Asa don't have gout. Gout has gotten Asa. Yeah, all the beans related food. Yeah, maybe I had to take out. My wife was screaming at me. See. Yeah, this is not my first time, not my second time, not my third time. This is probably with this year alone. My 10th time? Serious? But I went to take my blood test. I'm fine. Even my uric acid is just slightly above. Okay. Sorry, guys. Sorry to divert. I just need to make myself happy a bit while I shift my foot a little bit. Okay, guys, that will be all for today. We have finished our MAO part 1 right now. So we're going to go to MAO part 2. If you're going to stay on, please stay on. If you think that you really heard enough, thank you for this day. But do me a favor, guys. Y'all never like my button. Y'all never like me. Only 20 of y'all like me only. Hey, come on, guys. Give your like button on top. Give me all the like button. The emoticons is good to have, but the one on top I want, okay? Because you know that every day I will actually do my video screenshot and put on YouTube, all right? So imagine I got 83 of you guys. I only got 20 messages. Okay, wow, who working now? Oh, thank you. Now the one on top, the one that has this likes button and comment button, right? The one like, that one more button. The one you put like, that one score higher points. Because when we do marketing, this is more important. Hey, where is it? Oh, okay. Oh, no. Okay. No alcohol, no brandy, no whiskey. No red wine, no brandy. Oh, whiskey better. Okay. Sister Cynthia, front line say no alcohol. Okay. I don't drink beer lah. I'm not a beer guy. Yeah. Okay, guys. Yeah, staying on. Okay. Andrew say no alcohol, no beer, no cold drink. Maybe cold drink. Okay. All right. So let's us continue our second half of MAO. Thank you once again for all the concern, guys. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. This is how community runs. Okay. No matter what itself, right? We may be not the biggest community in Singapore, but the way our this camaraderie, right, is so incredible. We really take care of one another. Look at how we all greet each other in birthday, how we actually take care of each other. When everybody is down, we actually really put our heart and soul to concern for the person. Now, some people say that by doing this is redundant, it's useless, we don't need this. Fine. But I think that when you love and care for someone, it comes from the heart. Whether the person appreciates or not, that is not the point. Because at the end of the day, everybody has their own reason for accepting or not accepting. But if you actually do it for someone from the heart, right, and at the end of the day, the feeling is just so nice. Indeed. Okay? All right, so let's just continue now for the second half of the day, which is the alternate market views. Right? Do it. Now, this is really the thing itself. Okay, guys, this is... All right, so look at it. This is AMC share, GME share, BBB shares, Zoom shares, and NAK share. Look at it. Oh, my God. Look at this AMC. Wow. In a span of 2 5 months, look at the way AMC go up 2,850%. Second in line itself is GME up by 1,374%. And you look at the rest itself, it's really nothing there for this year alone. So that is how crazy it is. And of course, this is a bit of eye candy for some of you guys. Let's watch this again. Okay. Wait. Where's my sound? Wait. I think something wrong with my sound today. Okay, anyway, don't know what happened to the sound. Okay, but what's happening right now, you can see very clearly that people are enjoying now. All right, AMC to the moon. What happened to the sound? Okay, but what's happening right now, you can see very clearly. Okay, they are all going crazy. They are spending loads of money, enjoying. Don't you feel like a bit of Jordan Belfort here itself? So this is what's happening right now in America, and they're going nuts for it because everybody is making good lot of money. All right, imagine this. Imagine one person can make $2.5 million. Oh my goodness. So you can think that is how crazy the momentum right now in America. Really, really incredible. All right, so everybody is so happy right now. So what happened after this? Usually, you know, right, when everybody is so happy, eventually they had to pull back. So now AMC, GameStop, rallies, deals, shorts has now hit them with $848 million losses. And of course, it's just keep on mounting every single day. So the more the share climbs, the higher the costs incur for all these counters, okay, all these big boys, all right, they're losing hell of money in the market, okay, they're losing a lot of money in the market right now, okay. So I believe in this. Wall Street boys won't lose forever. And if they once they get together, it's all right, the other side will come in. So if you remember what happened back then with the GameStop, right? Yeah, people making money initially, everybody go crazy, everyone will buy Ferraris and stuff like that, Lamborghinis. Then after that, when they come for the kill, oh my God, you know, things happen. So if will this happen again, I can tell you this, in my opinion, definitely will happen again, 100%. So today, the AMC shares now, we are now at what price now? AMC shares at $65, right? So it's from $10, it goes up to $65, right? I'm not half surprised to see it going up to about $80. I'm not half surprised. It may go even $100, who cares? But after that itself, right, it will crash down all the way down again to maybe $20. This is my view, okay? I strongly believe that it will go higher at this moment right now because they're going to have the options expiring on Friday only. So they're going to push the share through the roof. It may go to $80 to go to $100. But after that, right, later part, it will go and slam. It's going to go down all the way to $20. So for people who want to chase after AMC, please do note the potential downside risk, okay? Don't get caught on the wrong side, okay? If you don't want to be caught on that area. All right, so now you can see, oops, sorry, the PowerPoint again. Sorry, yeah, didn't get it done properly. Okay. Okay, so you can see that the AMC trading volume right now for yesterday, again, is the highest. Total 237 million shares traded. All right, the total value traded was $32.13 billion. Oh my God. And now this counter is up by 95% in one single day. One day, 95%. Oh my goodness. All right, so you can see right here now, this is the 10-year, the VIX indicator versus the 10-year yields versus the market right now. You can see that the VIX indicator and the 10-year yields now, we are in the form of co-relationship, and this has never been seen since 1999. All right, 1999, the last time we see this was before the Nasdaq go crazy, right? Remember? Yes. So Nasdaq at the time was when from 2000 index go to 6,000, and then after that, that was when the Nasdaq peak was, and the Nasdaq crashed down. So now the VIX indicator and the 10-year yields is again at the same correlated area, and now it seems to be that is this the euphoric point? It is possible. It is very possible. All right, so maybe our root instinct is actually correct. Now, look at this. This is a put call ratio that I've been monitoring this. And seriously, yesterday, we have the lowest ever since 2011. All right, so which means that now no one is worried about the market. Everybody just buy, no care, no bother. And I tell you this again, whenever you see something like this, it's just a matter of time. The market will say, okay, since everybody's buying, let's do some selling. And how do we know that? Because you look at this. This is the monthly net trading flow by sector. Now, basically, we have the TMT, which is the information technology and communication, defensive, and non-consumer. So now we can see that the TMT stock now are the first time that is lower. First time lower in 6 months. That means that the net selling is the biggest, okay? The net short is 5-1. Oh my God, 5:1. That's why you see, normally when the market is buying, all right, you can see that. That's why the market is up. But just this month alone, you see more downside than upside. Only defensive is up. Now, remember this, I told you guys, the final sector after after commodities, the next one will be what? Yes, defensive. Once the market goes into defensive stock itself, right, that is always a concern. And now you see TMT is down. Blue one is consumer is down. Non-consumer is down. That means that now we have all the net sellers, okay? Non-consumer cyclical net sold for the first time in 8 months. First time in 8 months, the non-consumer cyclical are actually selling. And even global industry like biotech, food, leisure are also down for the first time. I mean, also down. So guys, this is probably, that's why I say, Uncle Arun, you have great instinct, but this is fact and figures. So how you look at it yourself, I leave it to you. Look at the chart and trade accordingly. But you know that when everybody's on one side of the track and Mania is running up, right, you know that usually that is the point of danger. Okay? All right, thank you once again for today. Appreciate that, guys. I hope you guys enjoy this. Cherry, nice one. Huh? Lamborghini become bikini. It is bikini to start out with. Okay, thank you guys once again. All right, guys, have a great time. I may not have the afternoon MAO. Depends on how my leg is. I'll let you know later on. Okay, so I may need to go for a jab right now. Okay, guys, thank you once again. This is Kel signing off. Take care. Bye bye.